Today I'm going to tell you a story about a pig that lived in a house with other pigs. So yeah, one day some pig named Peppa existed. And a pig named George also existed. And Mommy Pig also existed and she was doing things. And sleeping on the couch was Dirty Pig! And so Peppa decided to get some apples out of the fridge because she was hungry. And George was going into the fridge too, but he was after the cake. And eventually, Mummy Pig came in and just scolded George, whatever, and said, "No, you're not allowed to eat the cake. Have what Peppa has instead." And Peppa was like, "But Mummy, I want the apple." And then she said, "Well, how about both of you can have it? So you're going to cut it in half?" "No, that's illegal. Instead, both of you can eat it at the same time." And then George said, "But Mother, we're relatives." And then Mommy Pig said, "Fine, how about George can eat the apple, and then Peppa, you can take a bite out of George." Peppa said, "Okay." And George said, "Okay." And so George ate the apple, and then Peppa took a bite out of George. But then, of course, George started crying. However, Mommy Pig didn't care, she was leaving. She had to go somewhere important, she was leaving, whatever. And waking up from the nap is Dirty Pig once again. And so, they decided, "Okay, George, you can have a bite of the cake." And George said, but Mother said I'm not allowed to have cake." And George said, "I love you more than your mother does." And then George, whatever, decided, "Okay, I'm gonna have some cake." But he was too greedy and ate half of it. And so Daddy Pig asserted his dominance and decided to eat the rest of the cake. And of course, there was still half of the cake still inside of George. And so Daddy Pig ate it by eating George. And then Peppa was worried because, he ate George. But then Daddy Pig ate Peppa as well. And right on time, Peppa's friends, MC Sheep, Racin' Rabbit, and, of course, Rocky, came over. And so Daddy Pig decided to eat MC Sheep, Toho, Racin' Rabbit, and recycled Rocky. He actually did this 7 times and made lots of money. But still, Daddy Pig was still hungry. And so he ate his entire house. And then he ate the entire town. And then he ate all of the United Kingdom. And then he went 3 steps up and ate all of the United Nations. And then he ate the world. And that's how Daddy Pig the World Eater was created. Thanks for listening to my YouTube story.